Hi, Springer community. I understand people are having a lot of issues trying to get into the Cobb Digital resources and Office 365 when they're at home. This requires that any of these applications require that you sign in, the child signs in with their Cobb County assigned username. So I'm going to come to the King Springs website and just kind of walk people through. So here on the King Springs website, we've got all right here lots of things that you can use. So the Curiosity Club is just a link that should open up. These are just links that I put in there for kids to be able to explore when they're home. None of these should require a login, a county-issued login, with the exception of Cobb Digital Library, which brings you to this screen. And it's at this screen where your child must enter their Cobb County given login. Now, on the resources that I've sent out for teachers to provide to parents, it explains the login to be first name dot last name. I just need to remind people that that has to be your child's given first name. So if, my name, if I went by Susie at school, me logging in, I'd have to put in Susan.McCurry. Students only have to put in that first name dot last name, and you'll notice after the password is entered down here, it tags on the @students.cobbk12.org, so kids don't have to type all that. That's one issue, is putting in the given first name, not just what the child is called by. The other issue is if you've got a hyphenated last name, or if you've got a common name. If your last name's Smith and your child's name is Kevin, there's plenty of opportunities of the 114,000 students in Cobb County that there'd be another Kevin Smith out there. So the county has added numbers to the end of those children's login, so that number would have to be added. You can find your child's Office 365 login information by going into the Cobb County website, go to the Parents tab, and come to Parent View. And then you come in as I am a parent, and it asks for your login information. If you have yet to log in, you need to create your account with the activation key. Miss Jones had all that Parent View information available at Open House for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, I believe. But any parent in Cobb County is allowed to have a Parent View account. It's just that for kids that are younger than 4th grade, you're not going to see much other than the Office 365 stuff and maybe some athletic forms and things like that. So if you do not have this Parent View account, go ahead and request you have to come in and get it. You can't just request it to be mailed to you. You have to have that activation key. So you can find your child's login information in Parent View. Also, teachers have access to that login information. I have access to that login information as the media specialist because I have access to reset passwords and so forth. So if you're having trouble logging in with your child's name and first name dot last name, reach out to your teacher and just ask what the login information is for your child, and they should be able to provide that to you. If there's still an issue, then I will intercede. So if you are in third, fourth, or fifth grade, the child will enter first name dot last name. They'll come down here. The password is their student number. All third, fourth, and fifth graders should know this off the top of their head now. They have to use this number every time they sign into a computer. So that should not be an issue. The other thing that would require login is this Cobb Library Pass. We have a partnership with the public library system. So when you come in here, if your student wants to sign in, they have their card number, which is their student number, and their PIN, which is the 2-digit month of their birth and the 2-digit day of their birth. And they can sign in. From here, they can download ebooks, audiobooks, things like that. The other thing, there's some things on here that might, like Prodigy, you can have a free account with Prodigy. So you could sign up for that, and this could be how your child gets in here. These things in Symbaloo, these are just some mixes that I've had for a long time. I have not gone through every single tab on every single one of these, but some of them might be dead links. But, Between the Lions, see, it's no longer available on PBS Kids, but you can go into PBS Kids from here and go into the parent site and see what other offerings they have available to you. There are Wonderopolis. I have this on the front of the King Springs website. Wonderopolis is awesome. It gives a wondering for the day. It's really gets kids thinking. They can kind of play around in this site and just satisfy their curious little brains. And then all these other, I did notice this Cool Math does, I'm going to take that link away. I noticed that that's a dead link. But, Cool Math for Kids, this pops up. They can go here. It just occurred to me I should probably put ABC on here because most of the kids know how to get on there. Storyline Online, there's no login for that. These are books that are read by actors. And your child can listen to a book being read by somebody famous there. And then, some of these things are just, this is a coding site. You can, they can play around in there, start learning those coding skills. So that is the Curiosity Club. When you come down here, here's your Office 365 login. Again, this brings you to this sign-in page. Again, it's the student's given first name dot last name. Unless it's a common name, they will have a number. Third, fourth, and fifth grade students will use their student number here. Kindergarten through second grade students will use the password they use at school. I'm not going to say that out loud on this because I'm posting this on our public webpage. I don't want anybody having access to that. So your child should know that because it's the password that they have to use every time they log into a computer at school. Biblionasium, this link here to log minutes. They just come here. You have to choose which campus the child's at. If they're not at the middle, at the 3-5 campus, you'd have to change it to the, see, we've got them on here for the 2 different campuses. So if your child's at the K2 campus, you click here for login, and again, you come here. Don't go here. Come here to Cobb County School Login. It's going to take you to that same page. And then we have the, I don't know if this is going to take me back any farther. Then we've got the, and I've posted out here too, Destiny. Kids can log in to Destiny. We've got some ebooks, but they don't necessarily need to log into this from home, but they can look and see different books that they might decide they want to read. We've got the K2 Destiny, and then we've got, this isn't going to let me come back to the King Springs site. So let me just very quickly pop over here. We've got the K2 and the 3-5 Destiny. I'm posting the monthly STEM challenges here, so if you missed it somehow, you can click here and see. Cobb Digital Resources. Again, you click on that, you choose which grade level your child is in. If you've got a kindergarten, first or second grade, and you want to go into the math workbook, you'd come, if you were in second grade, you'd come here, click on second grade. Again, it brings you to that same screen. If you want to go into Social Studies Weekly and you're a kindergartner, you click on that. Again, it brings you to that screen. So everything that you need to do to get into any Cobb County databases, it will direct you to that same screen. And once you get in, it will bring you in through Clever, which is our learning management system that all of these things are being run through, because we are now working on the student portal, which is where all kids will have the resources that they need. That's not rolled out yet, but it will be coming. So I just wanted to make sure people understood how to do all this. Again, on this same page with the digital resource, digital textbooks, it gives you all this information, first name dot last name. If you don't know, it gives a video, how to get into parent view and retrieve your child's name. Here's the PDF. Here's how to get it from student view. Your child can go in through student view. And then if you're still having issues with it, shoot me an email and come see me, and we'll try to get into it somehow by having you go through on a smartphone not connected to our network, and I should be able to walk you through it. So if anybody has any questions, please shoot me an email, susan.mccurry@cobbk12.org, and I am happy to help you with it.